Yeah, that's right.
Our next diver, a master in jiu-jitsu, he also dives on the side, Mr. Jonathan Wesley.
No, it's like it's really important to me. It has nothing really important to me. No. Okay, I hear that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is my childhood home. I moved in when I was 6 years old, and I moved out when I was 17. A lot happened in the time I was living here. But that's not what this film is about. Welcome to Anatolia. It's a suburb packed into the back of Rancho Cordova, Sacramento County, California. And it's where I grew up. I am not here to talk shit on my hometown, because I feel like that's a little overdone at this point. Plus, I think the fact that this parking lot houses both a strip club and a Subway says more than I ever could. This one across the street has a vape shop. Even Sacramento itself is kind of mid. I love it here. But it's like where a story could begin, but never where a story should end. Unless it was like a really fucking bummer story. Literally the only two movies I can think of that take place out here are about cancer and parental distance. So I like some of this stuff, right? I mean, a lot of it has been fucking so foundational and has fed directly into the person I am, for better or for worse. But after like 15 years, I needed an escape, change, a fucking shakeup. And then came last summer. While living here with a few friends as the lease was drying up, I got an idea. Road trip! My timing couldn't have been better. A road trip around the States. COVID levels were high, and my cognitive dissonance was higher. The original route looked something like this. Here it was. The escape, a chance to find myself, to fully become a better, different version of myself. This human being Blake Corso agreed to accompany me for the first 2 weeks and subject himself to whatever that might entail.
That's right.
Thanks. Can
You
you
doing
just sit down? Just sit down. Just sit
You can do
down.
another-
Just sit down. And so our story begins. We started on the road to Oregon early. I think we left around 6 or 6:30. We traded off driving every couple hours. It didn't take long before I started picking up memorabilia. Warning! You are entering a redneck area. You may encounter American flags, armed citizens, the Lord's Prayer, and country music. Proceed at your own risk. The great American outdoors. Oregon was actually pretty fucking beautiful. Blake and I had been a few times between us, but it never fails to, like, take our breath away. As cringe as that sounds. We pulled off, like, a few times just to check shit out. Help. We killed a lot of time making really fucking funny jokes that aged really fucking well.
We were meant to be.
Oh god, that thing is a monster!
Yeah, just shit like that. I think that could be pretty funny.
We rolled up to my grandparents' house and basically spent the first night being super epic chats. Over the next couple days, we walked around town and immersed ourselves in the local scenery. Part of the body, plural. Gooch. What is it? It's funny. We really understood each other without having to pooping a thing. Like, if she snapped her gooch, I knew she wanted me to get her a bottle of cum. Dude. How are we so fucking funny? We hit Costco, and Blake picked us up some equipment for this, to make this less amateur and stupid and fucking boring and bullshit.
Hey.
Chill. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Something we were excited for was to go see a movie in a movie theater. What a fucking concept. So we checked out this Bigfoot movie starring David Cross from Arrested Development. And it actually kind of fucking rocked. We went walking on a beach after, and we came up with an idea for a short film. Called Green Man. We decided that being so far out of our natural element that we should film it there in Oregon and take advantage of the so we dedicated the next couple days to that. Day one of the shoot was for Blake's scenes. So we hiked up to this little lighthouse that he knew about, which was a fucking fantastic setting. It was totally weird and unique looking. And we got to shooting. It was a really densely packed area, and I started to... No, you can't get a shot. I mean, like, while you're sitting there, you know what I meant. Damn it, Blake. Action.
God, buddy. That sounds like quite the situation.
All in all, though, it was a good day. We got a lot of coverage, and we left feeling good about the future of the film. We got up early the next day and headed to our second location.
Test.
The beach.
This is fun!
Bloopers.
Oops. Whoops. Oh.
We had gotten up at like 5 a.m.
Turn off the fucking camera.
Oh my god.
to try and take advantage of the lighting. And we were both fucking physically exhausted.
We go all the way on the ground and then pop up from frame. Like you... Trust me, it'll look cool.
You need to wait until I'm done with my take.
I know, but it's... Well, you people direct while the takes are going.
That's actually bullshit.
This thing? Okay. Alright, action.
We tried to focus on the work. And for a minute, it was working.
Hey man, I'm here.
Perfect.
But the longer we went at it, the more I started to lose my shit.
I thought you said we were meeting at the phone. I'm gonna start over.
One more. Go for it.
I started pressing Blake on small, unimportant details.
But these two people are hidden. You can see people way back there. You mean? I will. Hey, that's exactly what I went to go do. And then you told me to do. Don't tell me to direct. I will direct you.
Even though I literally told him I was gonna let him direct that part of the video.
Just give control over to you.
That's what you said you did.
I know, I forgot. Sorry.
God damn.
Saying shitty things casually as a joke.
Oh, because I'm not as good? Because I'm not as good? Oh!
Wait, which one's the real one?
Because I'm not as good? Because I'm not as good? Whoa!
Same cadence you did. See how ridiculous that was? Wasn't real at all. That's stupid, John. Why would you even pretend to do that?
Quickly evolved into just actually being unjustly annoyed.
Standing.
It was just like standing there. Give me a sec. Damn it.
You're close.
I know. I'll be right back. That's what I should say.
And then that annoyance turned into a cringe, childish anger.
That's awesome.
And then
No, it's not. This was
Three, two,
your
one,
shot.
action, go.
What are you even talking
3, 2,
about?
1,
No,
action.
pull it up. Pull it up.
Well then,
What?
never mind.
What? Tell me what.
Then my shadow's in it. So I'm just
I'll
not
cut
gonna.
on the movement, Blake. I'm not going to start at your feet, obviously.
Hang on, 3, 2, 1, action.
Why are you still filming me?
we had a really long talk after this. I'm embarrassed to say the worst shit was off camera. I don't like seeing myself like this. I don't want to be this person. Art is a collaborative process. It's about listening. It's about compromise. I can sit here and come up with excuses, but I won't. I did a really shitty thing. And I am so lucky that Blake stuck around after that. Blake, I'm sorry. What the fuck?
We are standing at the world's last
final existing Blockbuster video in Bend, Oregon. I think understandably, after the day I had caused, we didn't really film on the road towards Blockbuster. But we did make it that night.
We're here soon.
It was a long ass fucking day.
You picked up some movies. I got some shirts and stuff. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, pretty epic. We took a couple days off after that. Spend some time just spending time instead of filming. But for the purposes of this, that's pretty fucking unfortunate because in that time we drove to Idaho. As we were headed up to Boise State, we made a pit stop to visit some friends of mine who had just recently moved to Post Falls. And we ended up in this park watching this dude bang on his double bongos when he came up and asked to bum some rolling papers. So we got to talking.
I used to live in California.
Yeah.
He played us a song.
Give me back my land, the land you took from me. Yes, it was my home, it was the only place I'm free. Give me back my land and then don't ask me anymore.
And he was a storytelling fella, so he told us some stories.
From the very moment, right after he was born, he was always trying to crawl towards this drum.
No worry, man. No worry.
You keep changing this on me.
Give me back my land. I love you. And then he hears a boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ting, ting, boom. And he knew it was the sound of a drum, but it had no rhyme or rhythm to it. Give me back my land. Gets to the other side of the lake and he's going around this little corner and he sees this little old man sitting in the cove playing that offbeat drum sound. Well, he gets real excited. Then we'll go into the woods and watch over the bear. He says, please, old man, let me teach you how to play that drum. The old man kind of squinted out and leaned back and handed this young kid the drum, and the young kid's still feeling it. So he standing on the shoreline facing the sun, he starts playing. Bump, 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 bump. You feeling the electricity come up through his feet and through his calves. Bump, 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 bump. Coming up through his knees and his calves and his hips. Bump, 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 bump. Coming up through his abdomen, through his shoulders, shooting sparks out of his fingertips. Bump, 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 bump. And he's listening to the sound bounce off the canyon walls around him. And he looks at the old man. He says, there, old man, that's music perfection. Well, he hands the drum back to the old man, and he gets back in his canoe, and he starts going out across the lake, thinking of this great thing that he's just done for this old man. And he gets a ways out into the lake, and then he hears this, boy! Kid stops his canoe and spins it around and says, what is it, old man? He says, just a moment. And the old man stands up and starts walking across the water, not even getting his feet wet. Now, this kid's watching this old man do this, miraculous feat, amazed at what he's doing. And when the old man gets to him, he says, young boy, he says, I've been playing drums since I was a child. He says, please try and teach me your music perfection. The end.
After that, we said our goodbyes and headed to dinner. Don't go that way. Why would you go down
I'm
there?
backing up so I can...
No, I know, but I'm saying why that, we were in... Yeah, go. We landed safely in the nest of Boise State, where we'd be staying in the dorms with some homies of ours.
You've been turned into a glizzy, John!
Okay, are you outside?
In our defense, it was the joke everybody was making.
Glizzy John! My brother made it! It's Glizzy John! Here I am! Glizzy John! John, you were a glizzy. I was a glizzy?
Our time at Boise was spent honestly not doing anything, but I don't say that in a bad way. after being on the road for so many fucking days in a row, it felt really good to just kick back and hang out with people. People need human contact.
It's fucking Among Us.
Yo, okay.
Let's run it.
I'm down
You
for
play
that.
Among Us?
What's Among Us?
No way.
Is that the one with the imposters?
Yeah, he is fucking.
We went out to the city a couple times, and I really dug what I saw. It reminded me of Sac in a lot of ways, although I think it's actually smaller. I will not look it up, but it was very clearly a city built on art and politics, and it had a cool feeling. Oh yeah, Idaho is also pretty as fuck. She wants some element of control over your life, and if she's providing the plane ticket, then you have to link up with her. But if you're able to do this trip entirely, this is day, I don't know, like 14 on the road. Anyway, our conversations were getting a little submerged. Deep. I mean, it was a stupid fucking. What?
I hate you.
We kept on the road through Nevada, getting closer and closer to our destination. Our anticipation was out of this world. Finally, we pulled into the parking lot.
So here, we're going to be enjoying some authentic alien jerky. Straight from the source, Area 51.
I went to get us some jerky, and I don't really remember getting back on the road.
We're currently in Area 51. It's not looking good. I've been parked here for about an hour now. John left and he hasn't come back. I went out of the car and looked for him and he wasn't in the shop. So, like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, I've come to a conclusion and it's just like, nothing else could have happened, but he was taken by aliens. He was taken by aliens, and I think I have to save him, you know? I think this is what the journey's about now. It's about going to Area 51, finding John, and just finding this man, and finding my friend, you know?
Record. Ready? Hold on, record me getting in. Hello? Comes in garlic flavor. You can have the soda if you want.
No, whatever.
Beautiful, scenic Las Vegas! Known primarily for its bright neon fucking lights, industrious buildings, and the ever-present aroma of shit. I hate this city.
We're here in Vegas, baby.
Now, what are we doing in Vegas, John?
I don't know. Probably could have gone to Carson City.
Yeah, I don't know why we came here.
I don't either. It was just because it was like, oh, it's Vegas. We gotta see Vegas, but this place fucking sucks. That's the game.
I wish we'd gone to Carson City. We spent the night wandering aimlessly through the streets, taking in the sights that were stolen from other cities.
We were in New York.
All in all, we were pretty fucking unimpressed. It was dirty, it was traumatizing, it was changing. I'm not the same man.
Ballad above.
Yeah? What'd you say?
Ballad of Buster Scruggs. 9.2.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Fell into a sleep talking about movies. It's always movies with us.
8 point something.
9.3.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Bad Times at the El Royale.
8 point something.
Oh, come on. As soon as you get one, you escape.
8.7.
So close, 8.5.
You know what they say? Nothing beats the sight of Vegas in the morning.
Nothing beats Vegas in the morning.
Dude, no, it's not.
I took a slight detour the next morning because we were right by Arizona and neither of us had been, so we figured we'd throw it on the list. We tried to see the Hoover Dam.
Did we see the Hoover Dam?
No.
Did we even get a peek at the Hoover Dam?
No.
Why didn't we look at the Hoover Dam? Like,
It's closed. We drove 8 hours to get here. It's closed.
8 entire hours.
We did a little mountain climbing for the boys.
John!
Yo! Blake!
Shame.
Fucking dangerous.
It was then, actually, that we decided to go to Area 51.
There she blows, man. Wow, that's it, huh?
Yep. We can't go any farther than
I know.
Nevada National Security Site.
This is it, I promise. We are here. What is it about mystery that's so...
Mysterious.
I don't have anything to say.
Run from the top.
That we as human beings find so compelling. You know, I mean, just the fact that we can't enter this.
We were gonna bust this conspiracy wide the fuck open, baby.
The mystery remains. The mystery.
We'd only been filming for like 10 minutes when a truck pulled up with its lights flashing. So we got the fuck out of there.
No, we don't.
But something told us this investigation was just getting started. We spent the rest of the day driving around the desert and soaking in the vibes. I don't fucking know.
Being a guy is so okay. You just pull over.
Dude, literally, if we were girls, how the fuck would we have done any of these piss trips?
The sun began to set. We found ourselves pulled towards a hike. And I don't know what it was. You know, the outside couldn't have been more scary and fucking foreboding. But we ignored our logical instincts and pulled off the road. And something kind of fucked happened. You're not listening to me. Why don't you listen?
Said it wasn't gonna be like this!
Blake, Jesus, Blake, come on! You're acting like a fucking child! It's good. I'm sure he'll be back soon.
I haven't seen him since.
Hug me, bro. Wait, yeah, hug me in the center of the frame. Come here.
I wish you luck.
Thanks, dog.
I wish you luck.
I love you, buddy. Thanks for coming with me,
bro.
I actually really appreciate it.
I do.
I cut my losses. And, I got back on the road.
It's currently just about 3 in the morning. I've completed my first part of the trip without Blake. The first drive, at least. Can't do math. I'm so tired and stoned. I think 7 hours. This shit was rough.
But we made it.
It is funny though, because I was looking at myself while I'm sitting there on my phone just trying to be productive. I don't even take the time to pee. I just have to be doing something else, like while I'm like, this is an issue for a society, I think. But Cheryl, so was it like that with your daughter?
So, I spent a couple hours mentally preparing myself for the drive ahead and exploring the little town that I was in. Austin, Nevada, a little offshoot of an offshoot. But I was trying to save as much time as possible, so I got on the road pretty quickly.
First drive without Blake last night was interesting. Less conversation, obviously. I forgot that it's really, really hard to entertain yourself when you're by yourself for hours on the road. But we're up bright and early, about 11:30 or so, heading towards Montana State University, where my good friend Galen has days and days of fun planned for us. Should be a hoot and a holler.
The day was passing pretty fucking slow.
See the reflection of the phone. That's professional. That's professional, John. Good shot, buddy.
And I was getting pretty tired of the desert that had grown obnoxiously familiar. I decided to kill some more time with a hike.
There we are.
The only deadlines I had were self-imposed, and I had earned a hike, god damn it.
That wind. I hope that doesn't pollute the audio, but it most definitely will.
just talked with one of the people that come to your house and are like, you should vote for our political party because of blah 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 blah.
Montana allowed for another opportunity to rest, to chill after another couple weeks of just driving. There wasn't really anything planned for a lot of the time I was there, which allowed me to just relax and soak it in, man. My buddy Galen had arranged for me to be staying with a couple friends of his while I was there. They were fucking chillers. Montana was also incidentally fucking covered in snow basically the entire time I was there, which was so cool. It doesn't really snow in Northern California, or at least not where I grew up, in the middle of the fucking valley. I loved it. Galen decided, given the circumstances, that he was going to take me out and show me the absolute finest that Bozeman, Montana had to offer.
Where are we going?
We are outside my student dorm at MSU.
We started at MSU, Montana State University. Galen was currently a student.
What's your IP address exactly?
You ever heard the movie? That's My Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So we ended up watching that, and John
Finally, we stopped at the Glass Shop before calling it a day.
That's a beauty.
Are those parts like the faces, like the masks?
So, 2 days went by.
What happened, buddy?
I think I'm gonna hang myself.
No.
No,
It's okay. It's okay.
And the good thing off it is it came off in like one piece.
Yeah, no, it could have shattered and that would have been a lot worse. Oh, Boba Fett's ship is destroyed.
It fits there.
Does
Like,
it?
It sits right back in.
Well, you've fixed shit like this before. It'll be okay.
Well, I have super glue gel at my room. We can like.
Yeah.
It did not end up getting fixed.
What's happening? Wait, how do you even stop that thing? How do you even stop this? Wait. Okay. No! Okay, whatever. Well, what do you know about this, Lee?
Things had sort of started to fall into a routine at this point. That's not a bad thing. But each day basically consisted of driving around, hanging out in the snow, smoking, and watching movies.
Palpatine created Anakin. No, it was Plagueis that created Anakin. It was Plagueis. Yes, it was Plagueis.
It was such a fucking good time. Don't mistake me for a second. But I felt my time in Montana drawing to a close. The itch to get back on the road was getting itchier and itchier.
I think for me, because of a lack of affection at a young age, I spent.
Willie Boy?
No.
No.
That's an old man.
That's an old man.
I found a way to, I don't know, begin to make up for that, and that was, well, I want to say priority, slightest bit, but like, the focus kind of for a while.
I really wanted it. I really, really did. I just knew, I mean, I was right. I knew no one wanted to do it. Not just sexual things, but just like be with me, you know? That was something I really believed. Was that I was just like, I don't know, if not unlovable, like, you know, I was what everybody said I was. I was greasy and annoying,
Well,
and I didn't really know how to act or talk or dress, and
I know
like,
what you mean.
you know, I don't know. I think I had this weird misconception a lot of my life that like most people were uncomfortable talking about sex. Most people. And I realized, like, no, it's actually just me a lot of the time. I don't know. I wish I was not that.
I mean,
I wish I could work on it. I don't know how
there's
to
a
work
lot of the world that's not comfortable, like.
No, I know, but I want to
comfortable.
be. I want
Oh, definitely.
to be comfortable talking about it. Yeah. I just don't know how to begin. How to not come across as like creepy or like weird. You know.
Yeah.
It's like that's my biggest concern a lot of the time. It's one of my biggest anxieties is worried about like coming across as like odd or weird or in a bad way.
Yeah, no,
or creepy.
I know
or creepy.
exactly what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah, I want to mind my
I think that comes
boundaries.
from having a lack of like friends growing up.
Yeah, right.
Feeling like, oh, the weirdo.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
You don't know where the line
you're
is.
never sure whether or not you're.
Yeah,
weird
going
or-
over the line. Yes, exactly.
This is Mr. Will. It is Mr. Will. My window's broken.
That's the fucking worst.
What's up? How are you? It's been a minute. How's your day going?
It's been a day.
Galen, sir. Thank you. Now as I sit here, waiting for my car to heat up, my time in Montana has come to an end. It's weird to say out loud. It didn't really feel like it was gonna end in a weird way. You know, the schedule I was living every day, watching all these movies, smoking all these dabs. It's nice. I think I drive away from this door that connects via the side yard into the house, much closer to these people than I drove up. It makes me feel really good.
And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
I haven't been filming much today, just because I've been doing my hardest to like. So I haven't been filming a lot recently, at least over the past couple of days, because I've been in the car, and
I've been trying to focus
it's basically
on the road a
just
little
been
bit.
like a lot of. But I am now grounded because I'm having some difficulties getting my money into the account it needs to be. I figure I should get some footage, so I'll just keep y'all updated. Trek to New York is going well. It's a complicated situation. I won't get into it entirely because it also handles like private financial shit and setups, but I'm in Minnesota. I passed from Montana into North Dakota into Minnesota. I'm about to hit Wisconsin, like I'm crazy close to Wisconsin. And then from there it's Ohio, and then I think there's something in between that and Pennsylvania. This fucking rocks, man. I'm just waiting on a text from my mom to see if she even read my message.
Wow. What an engaging and likable lead. Am I right? I mean, I'm so fucking... blown away.
Hello, Wisconsin. Your shadowy trees.
I kept pressing on towards New York, which was going to be my final destination, where I would be meeting up with Bambi, who was the person that I was dating.
Chicago. Shit. Imagine if on fucking film while I'm singing my stupid Victorious joke, I fucking slam into this car with Oregon plates. He's a far away from home too. My plans for tonight involve finding this campground that is now tops. My plans for tonight involve finding this campground that is typed into my Google Maps currently, getting a fire started, and getting a tent pitched. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I am here at an Illinois campground. It is freezing as fuck outside, which is why I've decided to layer on up. We're gonna see if we can get this fire going. And maybe a tent. Although it's really fucking cold. I might sleep in my car. I reserve the right to sleep in my car.
I had high hopes going into this process. I thought this was going to be fucking easy.
A fire I can do.
I was wrong.
No, come on. You mean Dupree, we're gonna make this happen. How the fuck is it supposed to? You know, man. How did I know that was gonna happen? I was watching. Damn it! Fucking cavemen, alright? If this is literally just where the wood goes and I'm a fucking idiot, I'm gonna be really fucking peeved. But maybe basic. Most basic shit. Come on, my man. Like, I remember doing this as a child.
But finally...
Huh? Yeah? Hey, we got flames, baby! Oh my god, look at that! Yes! Yes! Oh, this is like the most fucking... Yes! Oh, baby, look at that! Oh, right in my face. That is so fucking satisfying. Oh, eat my shorts, Homer. Yes! This is a public campground. I really gotta quiet down. Whew. Okay, yes.
I drove into Chicago to try and do a museum or some shit. But because I'm a fucking idiot, I didn't consider that everything was gonna cost money. And that was an issue because
The old museum was too expensive too.
I was running out of money. I'm not gonna act like I didn't prepare for this trip. You know, I didn't not save. But I was flat fucking broke at this point, heading to New York City, one of the most expensive cities in the world. Hoorah! What a fucking genius! I mean, what a fucking...
Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm now parked in a Pennsylvania camping ground. My last night
for New York. I'm really fucking psyched. I can't wait to see Bambi. I can't wait to see the city, because the last time I was there, it was like a family trip, so I didn't really like get to see it, if that makes any sense. I think it's interesting. Pennsylvania campgrounds are a lot. I think it's interesting. I'm noticing that Pennsylvania campgrounds are a lot grassier than the one I stayed at in Illinois.
Oh my God! Yes, yes!
I'm literally parked on
You're so funny! And interesting! Interesting!
Today is Halloween of 2020, and it marks 3 years. Ooh! And it marks 3 years. And it marks 3 years since I have been able to celebrate Halloween. 2 years ago, I was locked away in a program called Job Corps, if you've heard of that, in San Jose. 1 year ago, I went through a depressive episode, and I think went to sleep at 10 p.m. and had work at my full-time job the next day. And this year, I'm out here. And I think if there's a reason not to celebrate, this is the best one I've had so far. You know, I think I'm gonna be, you know, I think I've spent too much time not appreciating the time on the road, because I know I am gonna miss it when it's done. So, while it is a bummer, I think I'm gonna try and appreciate this more. Plus, Bambi already said we'd have a huge fucking party next year, so. Plus Bambi already said we'd have a huge fucking. Plus, Bambi already said we'd have a huge party next year, so. It all works out.
Here we are.
Here we are.
How does it feel to be back?
I already said that's not what this was going to be about.
Well then, why are you here?
Telling the story.
Seen through the lens of a kaleidoscope.
What story isn't?
You beat yourself to shit, but never in the right direction. But you know the right direction. This is a vanity project with the worst kind of protagonist.
I'm trying not to make it that. Is it working?
It's not up to me. Only them.
I don't know what they want.
That's not true.
Well, fucking, I don't want to give them what they want. I want to give them what I want.
That's not how it works.
Why not?
Tell your story. Keep it brief. Orient yourself.
I'm trying, man. It's not that simple.
Isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
So.
Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Man, Jersey Shore is wet.
Walk with me, Susie, through the park and by the tree. We will rest on the ground, look at all. Fuck me.
I picked Bambi up from the airport, and we started exploring the city.
8, lowercase h as in hat. 7, uppercase F as in frog. Uppercase G as in green. Lowercase R as in rabbit.
Okay, got all. We went to bed. Didn't record anything else that night. Next morning we went for a walk through Central Park, which was fun.
What are we eating, baby?
It says Urban Kitchen.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Urban.
Ah.
Okay, we're 500
They got
feet.
some funny people here in New York.
See how I'm at. Stop filming.
So it's election night tonight, and last night we were reading on Instagram that there were people boarding up windows, and we were like, what? We didn't see any of that. That's ridiculous. But then as we're walking to breakfast today, there it is. So, shit got weird tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna go down.
Oh man, that's so interesting and hilarious. Oh. Why'd they break up with me? I'm at such a loss.
The Adventures of Barry, Tony, and Georgie.
It wasn't all bad, I guess. My cringe-ass behavior aside, you know, New York is cool. There's a lot of cool museums and shit. It was a good time.
Who's that? Baby, would you consider the MoMA to be...
Start over.
You think the MoMA was epic or poggers?
Poggers.
I'd have to agree.
It was definitely the play of the game so far. Only because we didn't get to spend more than an hour and a half
Yeah.
in the Natural History Museum.
Yeah.
Or no, the
Met.
The Met.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only spent an hour and a half in the Met, so that would have been cooler, but we spent like 4 or 5 hours here, so we saw a lot. It was pretty pog.
Pretty pog, I would
Yeah.
have to say.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to bring up that the election was going on. It was crazy, but it's old news. So, okay, it was important. Obviously, it was tumultuous and unlike. What the fuck am I talking about? Who the fuck cares? Like, what is any of this? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Jesus Christ. Focus. We spent the next day separated. Bambi was hanging out with a friend who lived in the area. So I got to spend the day by myself, which was great. It was fine. It was cool, you know, humanity on display and fucking blah blah blah.
With my grandma. He brought my grandmother here. This is the kind of friend he is. He brought my grandmother here. Because my grandmother wanted to be here.
It's the day after election night, and a winner has yet to be declared. As of right now, it looks like Joe Biden is pulling ahead, as many Democrats apparently send in their ballots by mail more than Republicans, at least. In New York City, the civil unrest is high, I'm not gonna lie. There's an enormous protest somewhere in the city, and police presence tonight is kind of fucking astounding. They're everywhere. While people fight for our civil liberty, while people gather in the streets to fight for what they believe in, several other New Yorkers walk around. And while people gather in the streets to fight for our civil... Well, several people.
Ow, shut the fuck up.
Hey, yo, Donald Trump, lick my balls, bruh.
Elevators here.
Just dropped Bambi at the airport. New York was a dub.
It's not real. That's not real. That is a fucking fantasy. And it's pathetic. We're going home, baby. I'm low on money. My phone is out of storage. Now I'm recording with the GoPro, which in retrospect, I should have been doing the whole time.
Oh my god!
I miss my people. I really do. I'm a little disappointed in myself for not setting out and completing what I set out to do, but I gotta go home. I'm really homesick, and it didn't start hitting me until today, really, and it fucking hit me hard. I miss Blake. I miss seeing Bambi regularly and like doing normal things with Bambi. You know, New York was fucking like one of the greatest times of my life, obviously, but I just miss like laying around and watching movies with them, honestly. Miss my brother. Miss my parents. I miss my home. Also, not to split hairs, but I am like broke. Who would have thought that leaving all responsibilities behind and going on the road for 2 months would have been expensive? What? Huh? What? Crazy. But not to worry. We will make use of our time in the next 3 days that it's going to take to drive from here to the Maryland Welcome Center back home to California. I'm going to be covering a lot of ground that I have not already covered. Yeah. You basically said it.
This primordial sea snake of creation. But note that in the book of Job, God's not doing battle with the Leviathan. Instead,
Very pretty. Good morning, Forum. I crashed in Maryland last night. It's not very restful sleep, as you can see. I think I will be renting a motel tonight. I was originally going to go right in there. I was originally going to go inside the Welcome Center. But all of the people here seem to be rednecks and keep staring at me for some reason. I don't think I'm fitting in very well.
So, homeward I started to head.
been 2 days without a shower now. Just gross. So I was just driving and I started to hear like a really consistent and I went, oh God, is my engine busted? And it's not that bad, luckily. But, oh God. So clearly, this piece of tire was whacking on this. I'm hoping my tire just got caught on something. Fuck, man. I don't even know where the fuck I am. I'm in some random ass state. Oh, on the fucking road home, man. Are you kidding? Okay, well, fuck. I'm gonna try and strip off like the tire material that's left and try and get back on the road, I guess. Fuck, man. Man. Oh, I got a knife. Ah! We got it! Let's see if my car can operate and drive without that. I'm hoping it can. It looks like it can. Fuck me, man. I don't have enough money to get new tires or get the tire changed. I have enough money for gas from here to California, which is still 2 more days of driving. Fuck! Whew. All right. You seem to be driving. Oh, fuck, bro. Okay. Picking up speed. Good evening. Lighting in here is a little weird. Let me work on that. So, I've stopped for the night in a Days Inn. I spent like $70, which was not great, but after sleeping in my car last night, it was a hit I was willing to take. I drove about 11 hours today, 12 hours, at least 12. And tomorrow I'm planning on driving about 18, and then that should leave me on Monday with only about 8 hours to drive to get back home, and that's not bad at all. So I'm liking the way the schedule is looking out. So I'm liking the way the schedule is working out. I'm feeling good. Had a lot of time to think today. I definitely need to get a therapist when I get back into town, I think. Which is a weird thing to drop out of nowhere, I know. But I don't know, man. I don't think I should be worried all the time, 24 hours a day. I just take things to their worst, most illogical conclusions that are technically still possible, and it's making me miserable. So I think I'm gonna get a therapist to see if I can work this out without medication, because I really personally would not like to get on medication. Nothing against it. I've seen it help a lot of people. I just want to see if I can live my life without it. I'm happier without it. Plans for tonight include journaling. I don't think I've brought this up until right now, but Bambi, the night before I left, gave me a journal so that I can keep track of everything I did and everything I saw, more specific detail. And it's been very helpful so far, honestly. I've really enjoyed working on it, and sometimes it's one of the only things that's really kept me grounded. And there have already been so many times where I've just flipped through and seen details and stuff and been like, I totally forgot about that. So I'm happy. I'm happy to have this to be working on.
Google Translate and showed me, and it just said, "Is that man okay?" Is that man okay? Like just holding his phone. It just said, "Is that man okay?"
Good morning.
We were like, Jackson was sleepy, and then Jackson was like,
I slept here last night at a Days Inn in Illinois, and it's time to get back on the road. Oh, my dad's calling. Hold on. Hey, Josh, what's up?
Hey, so Lene just had a very good idea, and I thought I'd share it in case you wanted to consider it.
Yeah.
And so, and then, of course, this is on the assumption people can get you in and everything, but any of these types of places, Firestone, America's Tire, Big O Tire, these kinds of places, worst scenario, we could always, you have a AAA card and they can come put your spare on, and then you could limp to another town on your spare, so.
Would the spare make it back home? I know that's ill-advised, but would that technically work?
I really doubt it.
What if I got Flex Seal?
Well,
this is just so annoying. Why is this happening? Right now. It couldn't have happened next week. It couldn't have happened in fucking literally 2 days. This has to happen right now, like when I just want to go home.
I feel you, brother. All right, well, I'm standing with you, and I am here to support you, and you're doing everything it sounds like you can.
Thanks, Dad.
And
I'll call you back later. I would like to talk later on. I just kind of want to, like, get going, you know?
All right, honey. We'll drive safely. We'll bless that tire. Hopefully that holds up for you for a while.
Thank you. Wait, what are we going to do in that situation if they won't accept that payment? Like, what would I even do?
Oh, my gosh, John. Well, I can transfer money to your account. It should appear in minutes.
No, I
And
have
then
an
you can
active
use your own
account.
money.
I have an active account.
Oh, that's good. Well, that'll be the final plan if we need to get you more money, like cash money.
Okay,
And then you
cool.
should be able to use that card like any other debit card, credit card, and they can take it from there. So, so then I just need to know an amount. In fact, let's just do it that way. Like, let's not even fuck around with a credit card. I'll just give you some cash and,
Damn near.
Now,
Thanks,
John,
Dad.
I want to tell you, though, something. I'm here to help you. That's going to have to come out of my savings account because I have $100 in my checking account.
Fuck,
because
dude,
of my,
I'm
the
sorry.
way my... No, it's okay. But it's like I'll say this next statement, preface it by saying, but it is my heart to help my son figure out life and get through it, and he's in his college years, and so there's fun expenses and stuff that come up, and so I'm prepared for that and everything, but these expenses are hitting me out of the blue because they're unplanned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
Like
you.
with planning, you could sit down and break it down and say, okay, we're going to carefully go like this and everything. And I don't tell you this next part in any way to stress you out, but just by way of explanation. So we're gonna take care of some tires because I'm helping my son get back home safely and everything. He's gonna need new tires. I think he's probably good for paying me back at some point in the future, so that's all good and everything.
Yeah.
But we're pulling it out of the savings, which we are literally in the process of trying to rebuild to the point of like, I've canceled YouTube Premium. I've canceled, our storage place. We've moved into a home that's less expensive so that we can rebuild the savings. Well, this kind of unplanned expense taps that savings because I don't have any other money to give to you, and furthers our plans with what we have to do with that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of an imposition, but I'm not telling you that to make you feel bad. I'm telling you that to say, look, when you don't sit down and break your finances down to the bone, these kinds of expenses create like unnecessary stress,
Yeah, no, I get you,
And so-
man. No, I both understand the seriousness and
yeah.
I promise you,
But I'm relieved. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I promise you, as soon as I get a job, like you'll be the first person I pay back.
He didn't. I didn't. I'm not a good person, I think. Maybe that's
an excuse like a scapegoat. Maybe I'm not well. But I need to stop letting that be an excuse.
I love you too, honey. If you feel like talking, give me a call. And I know your brother. I think they stayed in Ashland last night, so he's probably en route back. If you feel like talking to somebody and stuff.
Yeah. I'll call you later. I would like to talk for sure.
Okay. All right, bud. Drive safely, and then let me know if you need anything. Okay.
All right. I love you, Pop.
You too. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So, I'm in a Nebraska gas station, Lincoln, Nebraska, filling up gas. I tried to get my front tire replaced today in a little town in Iowa. It did not work. It's definitely worse than it was last night. Like the fraying has gotten worse, and it now covers the span of the whole tire. And it's not getting any worse, like majorly, at least it seems like. I'm really hoping that it doesn't just fucking blow up on me. But I've been really stressed about it all day, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a stressful one. There's literally a tire shop right across the street. That's closed. All the ones around me, within like, I don't know, a 5-mile radius, within like a fucking 30-mile, 40-mile radius, closed. The sun is going down, so anyone in any other town is most likely going to be closed as well. I'm usually anxious over like nothing. It's kind of like a unique experience to have something to hyper-focus all my anxiety on, but it is allowing me to have a little bit more clarity in things I'm usually anxious about, so that's nice. But It is the last night of the road trip. What a fucking journey it's been. October 1st, driving off with Blake seems like 8 million fucking years ago. I really, as corny as it might sound, feel like I've grown a lot in this time. I feel a lot more confident in myself. I feel better about driving long distances. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes. Made a lot of memories. Went to the grossest city in the country. And it's crazy because for the past couple days, all I've been able to focus on is getting home. How much I was missing home. But now, it just for like the first time, it's really hitting me that this is like coming to an end. This has been an incredible experience. A shorter one than I expected, but an incredible experience. And I can't wait to be home, but I think I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. We've been busy. Tomorrow, it's time to return to normal life. I can't do this anymore. I have to stop. I'm stopping this now. I can't do this. I changed my mind! Please, please, dear God, please, please, dear God! It is the last night of the road trip. What fucking journey. October 1st.
Would you like to run a vehicle health report? Please select yes, or remind me later, on the screen.
It's really weird. I just put my life on pause for like a month and a half and whipped around, and now I'm back. Both felt like fucking 80 million years, and like 2 seconds. There were some grueling parts for sure. I think I'm gonna remember this forever. Honestly, this shit was crazy. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I really, really appreciate it. It's been life-changing. Dragon boy! Drake's flashing lights at me. Oh, the window just closed. Oh my god, hold on. Ah. Oh my god. Yo, Drakey boy! God. Drake boy. Oh my god. Blah.
Hey, this is Johnny, and it's our first recording, and this is my partner John, who's holding the camera. Show yourself, John.
Hello, I'm John. This is my brother Drake. We're brothers. Yeah. Let's go meet our parents, shall we?
Sure.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We're recording. Hey, Mom.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, let's go see my room.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. So this is my room. The bed isn't made over here. Over here, it's nice. How you doing?
Hey guys, good. You having a good time?
Yeah,
How many minutes do we have to shoot the show?
Oh, show's over.
Okay, John gave me the signal. Thank you. See you next time. Adios. Bye.
On I, Johnny.
About done.
went walking on beach afterwards.